Blog Talk Radio.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lee Houston. We are live. I'm excited. Maybe I had too much coffee this day. I'm excited. WrestleMania is around the corner. I get my brother to get excited with me. That'd be cool, too. I get him to... All right, 15, 20 minutes. That's cool. He'll be here with us at 15, 20 minutes. Got an hour show. Probably towards the end of the show. I'm going to try to keep it going. We're going to talk about the best of times, the worst of times. No, it's not Shakespeare. Whoever wrote that line. We're talking about WrestleMania, past and present. All right, hang on a second. I'm typing this in. Okay. So, in the meantime, we're going to talk about the good times, the bad times, the ugly times, and much more. I'm going to push it all the way back to my favorite moment, WrestleMania. Let's go with 34. Okay, WrestleMania 34. I'm going to take several commercial breaks here and there. I'm trying to wait for my brother to answer the phone 15, 20 minutes. So we're going to go back to WrestleMania 34. In New Orleans, Louisiana, for the second time. The first time to WrestleMania 30. Here's the card. Check this out. Hang on a second here. This is an awesome card, in my opinion. Matt Hardy in the pre-show defeated Baron Corbin. Oh, yes. Matt Hardy was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. But unfortunately, in the history books, we might overlook that. Yeah, excuse me. Actually, in the history books, in WWE, as far as they're concerned, nobody won the Battle Royal last year. I hope they have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That'd be cool. They have not announced it. Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali. Naomi defeated Bayley. Seth Rollins defeated The Miz and Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka. Asuka was undefeated at the time by submission. She was your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, defeated Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev for the United States Championship. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeated Triple H and Stephanie. This is Stephanie McMahon's first WrestleMania as a competitor. She's been playing WrestleManias in Triple H's corner. This is the first WrestleMania she's been in as a competitor. The Bludgeon Brothers, Eric Rowan and the late Luke Harper, defeated the Usos and the New Day to become your SmackDown Tag Team Champions. John Cena, I'll come back to John Cena in a second. John Cena, I'm about to give you the story. He had no plans for WrestleMania 34. What am I going to do? Undertaker was not answering his calls, his texts, nothing like that. John Cena said, "You know what? I'm going to come to WrestleMania as a fan." John Cena was in the audience, having a good time, and we were led to believe that the Undertaker showed up and the lights went out right after Charlotte's match with Asuka. The referee came out. He's here. we assumed he was the Undertaker. Oh no! So John Cena ran to the back like he left the pot of grease on the stove. John Cena's in the audience, had a good time, enjoying himself, doing what he do and doing it well. Had a good time in the audience, and the referee said, "He's here. He's here." Okay. Undertaker go in the back. John Cena rushes to the back like the pot of grease on the stove. Turns hours later, comes out to the ring. Lights go out, but instead of a dome, you hear a stroke of a guitar, and it's none other than what's his name? I can't remember his name. Elias. There you go. Elias. We was not ready to walk with Elias. And he took a quick work of Elias, go back to the backstage area. John Cena's giving out his armbands. Really no passion behind it. It's like, okay, I'm here, it's whatever. That's the first time I see John Cena do that without passion. Goes to the backstage locker room. Dong. Lights go out. Lights come back on. The spotlight comes on in the ring. Undertaker's hat, gloves, not gloves, but his hat, his ring jacket in the ring. What's this? Lights go back off. Come back on. Come back off. Undertaker comes out. John Cena's still on stage, by the way, in the corner. Undertaker goes in the ring. John Cena goes in the ring. Undertaker mollywops John Cena. Wins that match. The Undertaker continues to ride at WrestleMania 34. In the hood, we say 34. Like Stoke. In the hood, we say WrestleMania 34. That's a different story with different time. Charlotte, go back. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. At the time, Commissioner of Raw was Shane McMahon. Commissioner of SmackDown, Shane McMahon. General Manager, Daniel Bryan. Against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. If Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens won, they were to be reinstated to Monday Night Raw. AJ Styles. No, I'm sorry, let's go back. Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss. That's a pretty cool match. AJ Styles won by pinfall against Shinsuke Nakamura, the Royal Rumble winner of 2018. And after the match, Shinsuke Nakamura did the honorable thing, did the right thing, present the championship to the winner. But lo and behold, a low blow to AJ Styles. When asked why, I don't speak English, and teased the wonderful rematch between the two. This is a dream match come true. Now, I liked it. Start to finish, Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, the King of Strong Style, against the phenomenal one, Braun Strowman and Nicholas. I'm going to give you a background on that. Defeated Sheamus and Cesaro. Nicholas is the son of John Conan, who was the referee at the time for WWE. Nicholas was chosen. He was in the audience on the floor. And she was the tag team partner of Braun Strowman. Now, wrestling rules regulate that you need a tag team partner to be the tag team champions. You can't win the tag team titles by yourself. I wish that were different. I would love to see one of these days somebody compete for the tag team championship and win it by itself. You need a tag team partner. So no word to Braun Strowman until the date of WrestleMania, and his partner was John Conan's son, Nicholas. And for one night, Nicholas was your tag team champion, your reigning, defending tag team champion for at least one night. Man, that was cool. And ladies and gentlemen, to cap it all off, the
the icing on the cake, if you will, to cap it all off, in my opinion, in my point of view, Brock Lesnar dominated, conquered Roman Reigns to once again become your WWE Universal Champion. I'm sorry, your reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. We're going to come back. I'm going to give you WrestleMania 35 card. And we're going to get, this is the best card. The worst card, in my opinion, we'll find that out when we come back. What is your worst WrestleMania moment that sucks? In my opinion, it's WrestleMania from 2 years ago. In the meantime, I'm going to find a big commercial here, and we'll be right back.
My name is Scott McGrath. The day before my 8th birthday, I fell in a pile of fire ants and suffered significant wounds on over 70% of my body. Since that day, I have made a solemn vow to kill every insect on planet Earth. I hate them with the passion of a religious zealot. Speaking of religion, of all the biblical plagues, I hate the locust plague the most. For the last 12 years, my white-hot rage has materialized in the form of my business, McGrath Pest Control. I have harnessed this unforgivable intolerance of insects and released the wrath of my fury on bugs in and around the homes of Houston. I will kill those bugs in any way that I can. Chemicals, my boot, my bare fist, or any other object that can end the life of an insect. Call 281-469-8240 and give me the honor of killing bugs at your house. I also hate rats and spiders. Go to McGrathPestControl.com.
You need a doctor?
I am a doctor.
I should have died years ago.
People all over the world have my disease.
From here.
To find a cure, we have to push the boundaries, take the risks.
If you're gonna run, do it now.
Dr. Michael Morbius, you've been missing for 2 months.
When you're a stranger,
Then you were found on a container ship that washed up off of Long Island.
faces look ugly. When you're alone,
What did you do to yourself, Doctor?
I wish I knew. I went from dying to being more alive than ever.
It worked.
Not exactly. I have increased strength and speed, some form of bat radar. What else can I do?
There are limits. There has to be.
There's something inside of me. It wants to hunt and consume blood.
Michael.
when you're a stranger, faces come
Can you control it?
I don't know.
Half the city wants to kill you.
remembers your name.
We haven't had anything this good since that thing in San Francisco.
When you're strange,
The other half wants to control you.
Hey, Dr. Mike, you and I should stay in touch.
I'd do anything to save a life. But I don't know what I'm capable of.
You save lives, you don't take them. Are you here to heal the world? Or to destroy it?
Who the hell are you, Matt?
I am Venom. I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius at your service.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try this one more time. He's probably busy at the moment. Now, first of all, you gotta understand my brother. He's a pastor. He's a family man, and all respect to him. So you gotta understand that. So of course, family comes first. His own family, that is, comes first. You gotta understand that. So y'all bear with me as I try to summon my brother from his busyness for 1 second. Bear with me here. Let me get him on the show. Let's see if we can get him on here.
Hello.
Hey, brother, how you doing? We got him, y'all. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Awesome, man. Y'all, like I said, my brother, he's a pastor. He got many hats. He's a pastor. He's a father. He's a pretty okay brother. But most importantly of all, he's a worship leader. If you would like to book him, you can get in touch with him on Facebook or to twitter.com/worship-as-one. And you can get in touch with him based on your needs of your services and whatnot. How you doing?
I'm fine, little bro. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Before I get any further, I forgot while I'm promoting people. WrestleMania is brought to you by Backup Deliveries and More LLC. They put the D in delivery. 888-712-2587. You got CDL license. You can drive trucks. Let them know. You go to Facebook.com/the Backup Plan app or call that number at 888-712-2587 and let them know you can get paid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening on Anchor.fm, the more you listen, the more I get paid. Anchor.fm, the more you listen, the more I get paid, the more we can get equipment in here, get everything proper and run up. Everything is cool. We talk about the best times, the worst times, the okay times, the best and the worst WrestleManias of them all. What is your opinion?
The best and the worst WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah. We're warming up to the worst WrestleMania. Right now we're talking about the best.
The best WrestleMania for me so far, the first one that come to mind, when Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior went at it, winner take all, the WWF, the heavyweight champion versus the Intercontinental champion. Man,
oh Lord, you were back in the day.
One of yeah, that's up there. That's, to me, that's even a little bit bigger than when Hulk Hogan went against Andre the Giant. And that's my first big memory was Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. But one of my most favorite ones is Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. You know, Ultimate Warrior was coming up through the ranks, building up steam. They, butted heads in Royal Rumble, and it was just, I think it was just a little teaser in Royal Rumble to give you a taste just to see, what people would do, and it got set up, and I mean that's one of my favorite ones right there.
Yeah, sir. Speaking of teasers, man, I want to this just for 1 second. Royal Rumble, I came up put a year on it, 2007 or 8. Time stood still for just a few seconds. In the Royal Rumble match, one of the competitors was the late great Roddy Piper, and then not too long after him, the late great Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and time stood still for a few seconds.
The first
time, literally, they got it was in the ring, and Snuka came out, and they got everybody in the guy in the corner pushed out the corner, rolled underneath the bottom rope, got out of the ring underneath the bottom rope, got in the corner somewhere, and time stood still for just a few seconds.
Man, Snuka wrestling back in the day when it was done right made time just stood still, They really told a story back in the day that took your mind off of the world and just brought you to a whole nother place of its own.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, man. I remember back on WrestleMania train, one of my favorite WrestleMania right here in Dallas, in Texas, over there in Houston, at the I believe it was the Astrodome. I'm not certain on that. I gotta go back and watch it. The main event, WrestleMania 17, the main event, Austin, The Rock. They beat the hell out, holy hell out of each other. Austin was coming in, the bionic redneck. The Rock was the champion at the time. Austin and Rock tore the house up. But at the time, towards the end of the match, Vince McMahon walks down. What's Vince McMahon doing out here? Well, he's got a vested interest in somebody. Rock pins Austin. Vince McMahon comes in the ring, pulls the Rock off Austin. What the hell is this? What's going on here? Austin asks the Rock. Austin asks Vince for a chair. Wait a minute, hold up. What's going on here? And Vince or Austin, I gotta go back and watch it. Clean Rock's clock with that chair. Oh my God, they're with each other. Austin and Vince, Austin and McMahon. Are you kidding me? Y'all been at each other's throats for years. Since 1998. The Austin and Vince McMahon, moral enemy, public enemies number one. Oh my God, that's like Georgia and Texas. That's like the Von Erichs and the Freebirds. That's like, good God, y'all partners now? What is this? What's this mess right here? And all of a sudden, towards the end of the match, Vince McMahon shakes hands. Steve Austin shakes hands with that devil himself. Vince McMahon, I love Jim Ross. Years later, I don't know if he was sincere when he said this, but Vince McMahon can't wait to go to hell to take over from the devil. But let me tell you something, man. That's, in my opinion, one of the best WrestleManias of all time.
Yes, I remember watching that, and I was just, at the end of it, I just sat there with my mouth wide open, couldn't believe what I just saw. I'm like, did that really just happen? Like, no.
Yeah.
Just happened. Wow.
And not too long after that, the one-man power trip, Triple H, the Intercontinental Champion, Steve Austin, WWE Champion, they would take all the gold at Backlash 2000. Winner taketh all. And Paul Heyman would end Raw with these words: he that has the gold has the power, and he that has the power has the gold.
Man, Paul Heyman is
the
greatest wrestler of all time.
Oh, but it gets better. We're talking about the better ones now. I'm doing certain ones. WrestleMania 35. Oh, yes, WrestleMania 35. Now, mind you, it was the longest WrestleMania of all time. Somebody's calling me. 1 second. I love you very much, but I got to take care of business right now. I'll call you back in just a moment. Hang on a second. 1 second. Hey, Greg, take over for me. Hey, man.
Man, that WrestleMania.
Wait. 1 second. Okay. Hey, Greg, you there?
Yeah, I'm here,
you there?
bro.
All right, cool. Somebody's calling me for 1 minute.
Yeah,
I'll call you back later. I hear you. Loud and clear. So, WrestleMania 35 is the longest WrestleMania.
Right here, bro.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm with you. So, WrestleMania 35 is the longest WrestleMania of them all. Man, Greg, it was so long. People, they probably did. You can go to dinner, come back. We'll call you when your statement's on.
That WrestleMania was so long. It was, I call it Jurassic Park long. I couldn't believe that we went into triple overtime. Like, wow, what's going on?
Most wrestlers probably went out to dinner and everything. You can take a nap in your locker room. If you have a private locker room, you take a nap. We'll knock on your door when it's time to come out. Man, let's take this out right here.
It's WrestleMania 35. If I can pull that up right here. Okay. In New York City, back in the New York groove. All right, check this out. This is quite long, so we're going to see through this, y'all. I'm not doing the pre-show. Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. That's supposed to be the first main event towards the end of the show. Brock Lesnar said, I'm not waiting. We get on first. We on last. To hell with it. We're going to go get our business done, get on the jet, do the UFC thing where my client is ultimately appreciated. Okay? Seth Rollins kicked Brock Lesnar's tail, sent him packing for a while. AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton. The Usos defeat Aleister Black and Ricochet. Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. The Bar. And for Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles on SmackDown. Shane McMahon defeated The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. The Iconics, not only Impact Wrestling, defeated the Boston Hug Connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks. Much love, Bayley. She's out right now. Hope she's feeling better. And they also defeated Nia Jackson, Tamina, Beth Phoenix, and Natalya. Kofi Kingston for the culture. Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship. My favorite WrestleMania moment of them all.
Oh, yeah,
Samoa,
yeah. For real.
Yes, sir. Samoa Joe defeated Rey Mysterio 58 seconds, mind you, for the United States Championship. Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre. Triple H defeated Batista. And Triple H lost, he was forced to retire in competition. Baron Corbin defeated Kurt Angle. Now, mind you, Kurt Angle's last match, win, lose, or draw. Kurt Angle's last WWE match ever. Win, lose, or draw, I'm done. So, Baron Corbin won that. The Demon Finn Balor defeated Bobby Lashley. And, of course, the first winner-take-all match. We did this last year, not 2 years ago, WrestleMania 35. Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Winner-take-all. For both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. And that's what we're going to do this year at WrestleMania. Winner taketh all. Take it all or leave with none. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. What say you?
Man, look, like I said, you know what? I mean, Brock Lesnar is good for, one off of, he's our version of Undertaker that come around, do major stuff around WrestleMania and stuff. But I don't want to see, Brock needs to leave the titles alone. Let people who are around mainstream long term, let them deal with the titles. Just come in, do start a little rivalry or something, do a storyline or two. Come in, do what you're going to do, and then leave back out. Give us a great storyline, then leave out.
It's, like I said, WrestleMania 35, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, first time since 2014 that we unified the Universal and the WWE Championship winner-take-all match. Take it all, or you leave with none. We're going to find out at WrestleMania 35. Now, I saw a picture a while ago, March 5th or 6th. Roman Reigns dominating Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. But we're going to do it. Let's tell the whole story. You're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. Let's talk about how Brock Lesnar suplex. Now Roman Reigns and the Usos. Let's talk. We're going to tell the whole story.
Are you talking about when from the picture from Madison Square Garden, how Roman Reigns caught him at first, but then Brock Lesnar took him straight to Suplex City. Come get your trash, man.
Now after that, Roman Reigns got together.
Stairs to take Brock Lesnar out.
Yes, sir. And then you saw Roman Reigns stand over bloody Brock Lesnar. But we're gonna find out this not this Sunday. Well, a couple of Sundays from now, April 1st, April 2nd, April 3rd. We're gonna find out, and it's gonna be very, very interesting. Now we're going to move on to the worst WrestleMania, in my opinion. And that's WrestleMania 36, when nobody was in the doggone building.
To me, the worst WrestleMania for me was actually, and I watched this tape, WrestleMania 1 and 2. And I'm going to tell you why it's the worst WrestleMania for me. These were WrestleManias before they really came out with a clothesline. I literally sat there and watched both WrestleManias and did not see one clothesline. And I didn't realize how much one move meant to me. And there's something, I don't know, it's something about a wrestling match without a clothesline. It's just boring.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say this is very inappropriate.
Getting their feet wet, still trying to get some things together. But WrestleMania 3 was like I think WrestleMania 3, the first one that I really saw a clothesline in. I may be wrong, it may have been 4, but I know at least by WrestleMania 4 they had clothesline, but I believe it was WrestleMania 3, and it wasn't until like the third match of WrestleMania 3 that I finally saw a clothesline in wrestling match. Because I was literally getting ready to cut WrestleMania 3 off. I'm like, no, I ain't never seen a wrestling match without a clothesline. So that's for me. I kind of liked it, without the crowd, but then still, it was boring and it lacked the energy of a WrestleMania without the crowd in 36.
36 here. Number one, I'm gonna say this is very inappropriate. I'm gonna say it anyway. That's like doing the shebang bang and you ain't getting no hit. I said it. I said what I said. That's like doing the nasty and you ain't got no hit. Secondly, they did the best they could. I understand the conditions. WrestleMania 2020, I understand that, It's like COVID got serious. Everybody, the government, the city, and the city said, sit your tail down. So they say, Vince McMahon's kind of guy. He lives and dies by the show must go on. So we did the show anyway, for nobody. That's where the energy was lacking, you know what I'm saying? Can I get any man up in here? Hey, you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I dropped my phone for a second, little bro.
You didn't hear nothing I just said.
I heard some of it. Oh, yeah. I was laughing so hard when you said that Shaboing Boing would you really caught me off guard with that one. Like, yeah.
I said what I said.
You bringing the heat, little bro.
Nasty, and you ain't got no heat. Anyway, my point is that no wrestling out of clothesline. That's like getting some and she didn't give you no head. That's why I said what I said.
It just wasn't right. It just was not right.
Thirdly, that reminds me of, I want to say SummerSlam. SummerSlam. Shawn Michaels against I forgot the name of the guy he was fighting for the management services, emphasis on management services of the late great Scary Sherry. Y'all know Scary Sherry. What's her name? You know her name. What's her name? Scary Sherry.
Man, she was a great wrestler, but she was an even better manager, and she brought a lot to the storyline.
I'm gonna call her Scary Sherry because I can't remember her real name, her real wrestler name, but the services of
I think it was Sherry Martel. Sherry Martel.
Man, Shawn Michaels back in the day, she was a Hall of Famer. I can't remember her name. Let's see here. When now we're gonna go to the good old internet. Let's see here. Let's see here. What's her name? Sherry Martel. Sherry Martel.
Yeah, I thought so.
In other words, AKA Scary Sherry, but we're gonna call it Scary Sherry for now. Sensational Sherry. There you go. Sensational Sherry. That's all I meant to do.
Yeah, it was sensational, but then it got to Scary Sherry because she was scary at the end, towards the end, especially with Harlem Heat.
Yes, sir. But anyway, it was SummerSlam. I want to say 92, 91, somewhere in the 90s. SummerSlam. Shawn Michaels versus, I got the name of the guy, on the management service. It was on management services. That's personal. Them going on with the rent services of Scary Sherry, Sensational Sherry. But one caveat. You cannot punch each other in the face. Now, wrestling, that's natural. That's natural. Punch somebody in the face. That's natural. The one caveat in the match, you cannot punch each other in the face.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, that's so natural. It's just, you don't even think about it. You just do it. And the Sensational Sherry, she demanded that be in the contract. So they had the contract signed and everything. No punching in the face in this match. The winner gets the management services of Sensational Sherry at SummerSlam.
Yes,
Get times, my friend. God bless Sensational Sherry. Hope she's doing well. I know she's doing well up in heaven, and she'll be tuned in. As will the late great Scott Hall. As will Andre the Giant. All the legends in heaven tuned in, locked in on WrestleMania 38. We cannot disappoint them. It should be awesome. It's going to be live in Arlington, Texas, April 2nd, April 3rd. Tickets are tickets are limited because it's going fast. Available now. Ticketmaster.com, SeatGeek.com, wherever you get your tickets. Night 1, night 2, if that's not good enough for you, Monday night at the Mercury Live Center.
Man, WrestleMania weekend in Dallas is going to be so lit in a few weeks.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be good, man. I got my ticket. I'm going night 1. I watch night 2 on Peacock. I'm excited about it, man. It's going to be awesome.
And I'm excited. I'm excited myself, too, you know. Just the WrestleMania experience is just a great overall experience.
Yes, it is.
And I just,
well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, parting is such sweet sorrow. But don't worry. We'll have, hopefully I can dig up David Burton Friday and have a good time Friday night. By the way, you can catch us live right here for limited time only in the month of March, right here on blogspot.com/Wrestling-Tracks. If you want to catch on-demand episodes, you can just anchor.fm/Wrestling-Tracks. The more you listen, the more you get paid. Apple.com in the podcast section. Amazon Music in the podcast section, wherever you get your podcast. Those of you who are writing us, emailing us, talking about we want to do a PG show. Y'all got too much cussing now and then. Let me tell y'all something. We don't. Forget that. We don't do. We're kid approachable, but not kid friendly. I'm sorry. There are no PG shows available. So if you don't like all that cussing, all that innuendo, if you will, I'm sorry, you got the wrong show. But if you like wrestling, you're in the right place. By the way, I know you were preaching everything. I get that. But as a wrestling fan, could you imagine wrestling with no cussing?
Bruh, I'm still trying to deal with wrestling outside of the Attitude Era. You know, I love the Lord, I love church, but, you know, I love the Attitude Era of wrestling. Now it's just too squeaky clean and too. I'm glad, you know, we need this a little bit cussing something out there, let that frustration out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let me just tell you something. that's the equivalent of like wrestling's already PG. That's like going from that's like wrestling. Why would you go and make wrestling rated G? Let's say the promo. I'm gonna kick your butt. That up in the fear of God, nobody. I'm gonna move your ass. That's the fear. You put the fear of God to somebody. I'm gonna move your ass. I'm gonna kick your butt. Which one is better? Come on, somebody.
Kick your butt just gonna have you laughing.
Yeah. Look here, I'll move your ass. That puts the fear of God in you. I miss that, man. I'm gonna kick your butt.
Open up a can of whooping.
Yeah. Stuff a mud hole in the walking and dry. And speaking of something mud hole in the walking and dry, Steve Austin, the first time in a long time, will be at WrestleMania. Maybe a confrontation, maybe a fight. Austin will be ready to go. Now, here's the thing. The last official act I have of Austin at WrestleMania, well, I believe WrestleMania 27 with Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. It's the last he was actively involved in WrestleMania.
No. He was actually involved with him and Shawn Michaels. Came in and did something. Shawn Michaels did his Sweet Chin music. He did his Stunner. And somebody else did something else with like a lot of old timers. And Austin,
okay.
He actually hurt himself doing that.
Gotcha. WrestleMania 32. Yeah. Thank you very much. Gotcha. That was the last time Austin involved WrestleMania. The New Day versus the League of Nations. Wade Barrett, Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and somebody else. And Sheamus. Yeah. So there's like 4 of y'all, 3 of us. What you gonna do about it? The last breaks is Austin. Shawn Michaels comes out. Man, that I can't even describe this dude. Cactus Jack comes out. Mick Foley. Hey, Cactus Jack is tired. Let's do something. You're gonna talk about it. You're gonna do something. You're gonna talk about it. You're gonna be about it. And they did that maneuver and they laid out the League of Nations. Good times, y'all.
You're so right, bruh.
Sir. By the way, tickets are available, but they're very limited. WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, Monday Night Raw Monday, Friday going to be busy. We're going to have a good time. Now, have you seen the rules for Control Your Narrative?
Say that again?
Have you seen the rules for Control Your Narrative?
No, I haven't.
This hang on, let me switch my TV right here. This is some crap. Let me show you what it is right here. Let me look it up. First and foremost, look it up. If I can pull it up here. Let's see here. Control. 1 second. Your narrative rules. All right, check this out. There's some bull right here. Official rules regulations announced for Control Your Narrative. Look at this mess. I agree with maybe 1 or 2 things out here. This is official rules. Number 1, you are in control. Okay. Number 2, you're in control. Same thing. Number 3, fights end when you tap out, get knocked out, can't stand, or quit. Sanctioned matches, quote unquote, can end via pinfall. Number 4, standard wrestling rules apply for sanctioned matches. Chaos ensues in the project P. Don't know what that is. Number 5, no super kicks. What the hell? No super kicks. No toe kicks. Those toe suicides. No Canadian destroyers. Number 6, the fight. Number 7, as long as they have sanctioned matches hit their time. On the rate, you want to go in there, you got to fight. The narrative, that's a different story. That's the rules and regulations for control your narrative wrestling. What in the blue hell?
Oh, wow. Now, you know what? I mean, I could understand maybe, you know, why you say no super kicks. Especially if you have getting a lot of independent people. Because if Goldberg hadn't had a super kick, Bret Hart still be wrestling.
Oh yeah. Wow. The only thing I agree with, you're in control. The only thing I agree with. Other than that, it's a piece of crap. But I'm gonna try to give them their due, and we'll see how this works out. It might be like a good old case of WCW, you know. It might have the WCW. Try to do my best country voice. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. That right there threw me for a loop. Was not expecting that. No, I mean I do. You know, I am wishing them success, but I don't know about no super. I mean, you know, some of the moves you need to have some. You know, I guess they wait till they get some more trainers to really train their wrestlers that they're getting and all that. You know. So you need to hurry up and get some people to help you train your people so they can perform the moves that we love.
Mhm.
And in certain moves, you know, power driver, you gotta have you gotta be licensed to hit a power driver. There's no anybody. Yeah. You gotta be licensed and trained to do a power driver.
Wow. How interesting. I did not know that. Wow. That is interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's something I learned. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to WrestleMania weekend. They have an event going on during WrestleMania weekend as well. You should check it out. However you roll, whether it's WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, AEW, hell, even Control Narrative Wrestling. Whatever you do, enjoy yourself.
Yes, enjoy yourself.
But in the meantime, we're gonna have to say farewell for now. We'll see you guys Friday, hopefully with David Burton. If not, we'll see you guys when we see you. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much, my brother Great McCray, for joining us. God bless you. We'll see you.
See you. Have a good night.
See you, man.
All right, bruh.